Whew. Oh my goodness. Whoo-wee. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I did something I don't think I'll do again. 14-hour live stream, y'all. I started out with the Denver Broncos game in London at 9:30. We ended up doing the big sub, the chicken wings and all that. We did the Cowboys game and the Eagle game and the other ones that were on. We went through the Commanders, watching Tyler Heineke. You know what? I won't say there's a quarterback controversy in Washington. I think Heineke deserves to keep the job. Heineke, now this is this is Cowboys game balls and stuff, but I'll be honest with you. What Tyler Heineke did in that game with a guy who does not have all the tools and the weapons and all the pedigree that a Carson Wentz has, for that guy to literally go through under pressure, flip the ball out, Brett Favre-esque, to run and make plays with his legs when he's tiny. And he looks like, if you seen the movie Meet the Millers, he looks like eyebrows. He does. He looks. Let's see. Once you see that, you'll never not unsee it. Okay. But for him to get down there, throw that pass, will that team into run into that end zone, I have to give him credit. I have to give him credit because here's what's crazy. You're looking at something that I don't think has happened before. But right now, Washington is a tiebreaker away from being the 7th seed if the playoffs were to start today. They have the same record as the 49ers, which at the moment would be the 7th seed. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? That right now, literally, all 4 teams in the NFC East are in the playoff hunt. Now, I'm going to say this, and we'll see if it happens. Brother Roz has been saying for a while, he said, listen, the Giants are a paper champion. He said everything has to go perfect for them to win. He said once things go wrong, he said they're just going to be like going off a cliff, and they can't win. And that was the case today. They just had some things that went wrong, and it just went off a cliff, and they just couldn't keep up. They cannot score enough points to keep up with teams, and a couple of mistakes will doom them. We'll see how it goes, but, you can't be mad at them because, they've won 6 games too. They've won 6 games too, just like us. So now I'm going to finish off this day. As soon as I finish, I got to put the cushions away because it's going to rain tomorrow, and I don't want those messed up. But game balls. We have been witnessing something freaking insane. He didn't get a sack today. He gets held on just about every play, but Micah Parsons is relentless. I believe he's a bit nicked up. I don't think that he's fully 100%. I just don't. But he still gives everything he's got and then some. He is a throwback player. He is a one-man wrecking crew. And the thing about Micah Parsons is every week it seems like there's something different that he does that just seems to be amazing. Last week it was what should have been a short touchdown. He stops them on the 1-yard line, and they end up fumbling the ball, and it's a big takeaway for us. Big takeaway. This week it was him getting downfield, recovering a fumble, having the wherewithal to realize he's not touched, get up and get a touchdown. Micah Parsons should just automatically, let's go ahead and give him a game ball for the Green Bay Packer game ahead of time because he's going to earn one. That guy literally would have to be on his deathbed not to be out there on the field. He's incredible. I have to give you that. I have to give him that. He's got to get a game ball. Got to. Our running game was not good today. The Fat Boys didn't seem to be back. Hankins got out there for a few plays. I have to look at all the numbers and stuff. It's hard to keep up with all the numbers and things because we're doing the live stream and I'm live and trying to, talk and do all that and keep everything going. So I miss a lot. But I do know that Damone Clark was out there, I believe. I think he had 7 tackles in this game. So the fact that a guy who had a cracked vertebrae and had a bone graft where they literally fused 2 bones in his spine after the combine, the fact that he even got on the field and made 7 tackles, you got to give that guy a game ball. Now, in this game, we got beat up a bit. We got some guys that are definitely injured to join Zeke Elliott. We are going to need a mass unit this week as we go into the bye week to get some treatment and stuff, and this may have come at the right time. So I'm going to say we need to give a game ball to the medical staff for what they got to do this week. Just saying. Just saying. But today wasn't about the defense as much as it was. And let me say this too. You know what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow they're going to say, oh, well, shoot, it was just, Skip. It was just the Bears, Skip. Calm down, Skip. It was just the Bears. Well, mind you, this Bear team did go to New England and scored 33 points on Bill Belichick last week. This team has had 200-plus yards rushing 3 games in a row. This team is evolving, and they can run the hell out of the football. So say what you want about us, in this game. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Offensively, we finally showed up and showed the reason why you have a Dak Prescott. No disrespect to Cooper Rush, but some of the things that Dak did today, I don't think Cooper Rush can do. Dak had like 36, 38 yards running the football, big running play, using his legs to get us first downs, using his ability on bootlegs where he's getting outside of the pocket. This week you looked at him and said, yeah, the thumb is definitely in much better shape. It was scary seeing his other hand stepped on. It looked like it was cut a little bit there, but I think that'll be okay. I don't think there's any broken bones or anything like that. So Dak, he gets the game ball. Ooh-wee. Do we have a running back controversy in Dallas? No, because we're going to need both of those guys. Because football is a war of attrition. And football guys get banged up and hurt. And there's different matchups where Zeke and Tony Pollard are going to be able to do different things. And you want to have that ability. You want to have that Swiss Army knife if you're dropped off in the middle of nowhere. That, sometimes you need a knife. Sometimes you need that little saw. Sometimes you need that damn little toothpick that's in there. You might even need a corkscrew. You need multiple tools in your toolbox. And that's the thing of having Zeke and Tony Pollard. But for Tony Pollard to have a breakout game like he did with 3 touchdowns, oh my God, that was amazing. Tony Pollard gets a game ball. Let me say, quietly, the offensive line has been getting better. The offensive line, who, as DMV says, well, there's always one play a week that Tyler Smith misses. And I said, yeah, that may be true. But for a rookie who's only played 8 games, he hasn't pulled a Chaz Green yet. That offensive line deserves a game ball. They are doing good things, and they are getting better. Now, tight ends. Let's hear it for the boys. This game, we had, I want to say, 9 receptions by the wide receivers, which were depleted. But our tight ends, collectively, I want to say with our tight ends that we had 9 catches with them as well. We are beginning to use the tight ends a lot. And a lot of the runs that we made that were big runs were runs that were out of 12 formation, 12 personnel. Something that I absolutely positively love us to use and want us to use more. Because you have tight ends that can block. And Dalton Schultz, let me say this because I'm always, killing Dalton Schultz because he can't block. For a guy who had a hard time practicing this week because of the PCL injury in his knee, Dalton Schultz played good and blocked good. And the reason why Tony Pollard was able to get those yards are because everybody, including CeeDee Lamb, on one of the big run, CeeDee Lamb got a fantastic block. The tight ends get a game ball. Michael Gallup still seems a little bit not quite there yet, but he's getting better. And it seemed like today he finally really kicked it in gear and was definitely doing some Michael Gallup things. He hasn't been able to stretch the field to be the deep threat just yet, but I'm glad that we have the bye week to go ahead and get him some rest and get him hopefully a little further along. Michael Gallup gets one. CD, that one play catch that he had and got smacked, he wasn't making a business decision, as my man DMV said. He took a hit. But he reminded me of a Des Bryant being physical down there and catching that football. CD, you have been much maligned. You get a game ball. And for the most part, with the exception of just before the half where I'm looking at it and saying, okay, there's 30-some seconds left. Let's go ahead and just run out this clock and go to halftime. And we went forward down the field. Throwing an interception there. With the exception of that, the play calling was definitely a lot better in this game. So let me say, Kellen Moore, you get a game ball. And let me say, finally, all of you great fans that came in, supported the channel, supported me as I went on this marathon, and I literally was falling asleep on the last bit of this Packer game. But being here and supporting the channel and everything else during those 14 hours, you get a game ball. And with that being said, I'm going to put these cushions away. I'm going to go up here, take me a shower. I'm going to climb in the bed. Hopefully the toe monsters won't get me. And God willing, I will see you guys tomorrow. But remember, please, folks, please remember to tell the people you love them. Because you might not get the chance again. And time is so precious that you don't want to waste any of it. I love you guys. And hopefully I'll see you in the morning. Peace. Commanders.